Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Go to ground, 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 go to ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Take ground, 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 take ground.
My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down.
Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground.
My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down.
Take ground, take ground, take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take ground, take ground, take ground. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool zone. Go to ground, 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 go to ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Take ground, 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 take ground.
My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down.
Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that mean you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sit, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my octave gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground.
It's all about that warfare, boy.
Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down.
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars. I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm doing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to ignite, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Wagwan priest, you good?
What's going on?
Listen, man, I'm hearing you, man, you ISUPK brothers be talking about the Jacobites that was in Scotland were originally black. You man ain't reaching that.
Listen, put that on the TV right there. You'll see it. This is the transportations. If you look right there, it will let you know Robert Adam, brown, William Bow, black, Dougal Campbell, brown complexion, black, brown. I see brown, black, brown, black, brown. This is all the Jacobites that was shipped out of places like Ireland and so forth. This is the transportations.
Right.
So this is giving you the complexion of the Jacobites that was shipped out of these places to Barbados and other islands in the West Indies.
Yo, that's mad. So it's saying what? Robert Adams was a labourer and he was what? Brown faced. William Bell was what? Black, curled hair. Damn. That's deep, man.
Which means what as well? Which also means black people was in Europe. Why? Because they ruled the Dark Ages. So that's why they was in Europe.
You man are cold at history, man. All right, man. Shalom.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He means like, who is this nigga? Like, where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Hamma wa Aidya Yahau. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Hey, shalom, Israel, shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatam to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alatam Ba'ashem Yahushua to all the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, I hope y'all is doing to Wab. With the ISUPK start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, at the commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we're bringing out the truth about this Bible, the truth about the history of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? The truth about who you were before you were given another name by your oppressor. The truth about what your history was, what your culture was before you were given a history and a culture of your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? The language you spoke before you were oppressed, had your language whipped out of your back and taught the languages you speak today. You know what I'm saying? The ISUPK has been the true Black history, you know what I'm saying, since 1969. Been bringing out the true Black history, been the only authority really at anything, you know what I'm saying, real. Anything real to do with the Bible, biblical prophecy, you know what I'm saying, Black history. And that's what we're bringing out today, man. You know what I'm saying, bringing out in this day and age in the ISUPK, and we'll continue to do so till Christ comes back. You know what I'm saying? So as part of what we do in the ISUPK, we teach the biblical Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's class is the Lashawan Qadash, where I teach you how to speak, read, and write Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, let's see who we got in the Let's see who we got in the cut. We got Officer Barakia Allah, you know what I'm saying, Montreal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. I got Officer Barakia Allah, you know what I'm saying. We got Kaya La, Shalom Princess, Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahushua, Mosiah Christ. We also got Kwame Da, Shalom Sis, Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahushua. All right, Mosiah Christ, good to see you. All right, no sweat. So what we're gonna do, as I would like to have, as we like to start every class, is if y'all could state your registry in the comments, you know what I'm saying, as the students start to come in, you know what I'm saying. Also, if any brother or sister wants to join these classes live and participate in the class, where, you know what I'm saying, you can interact and ask questions, answer questions, you know what I'm saying, it's far better to learn the Hebrew when you're actually in the class, you know what I'm saying. Just like when you go to a scripture breakdown class, it's easy to get the breakdowns. You're more likely to, you know what I'm saying, maintain or retain the breakdowns when you physically in the class. If y'all want to be in these classes, you can attend, you know what I'm saying, online. All you need is a mobile device. Just let me know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. You know what I'm saying? Just put that through contact ISUPK United Kingdom via email, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you have us, or you can contact myself directly. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. Okay. All right. Also, if there's any brothers and sisters working on obtaining their Hebrew name, make sure you fill in this attendance sign-in sheet. All right. Somebody put in the comments right quick. All right. The attendance sign-in, you know what I'm saying, is required to you know, get the what's the word? You know, be noted down and eventually earn your Hebrew name. All right, you gotta do your 90 days, attend classes. This is the official check-in. All right, so make sure brothers is checking in. All right, the water to Kayala. We got the first check-in. You know what I'm saying? Kayala, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala. You know what I'm saying? So Kayala, daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel. All right, Most High in Christ. Okay. Let me see as they come in, as y'all come in and watching the live. Make sure y'all put your registry in the comments, and I'll put them up on the screen. All right. So over last week's class, we went over different animals in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're mainly focused on the mammals. So we're working on getting all the mammals down, and then we're going to move on to different categories. Right. This week I'm going to do a part 2 on the mammals because we didn't finish it last week. Right, so we're gonna get basically the rest of them that I was able to find. Now there might be some mammals that aren't listed, but these were the ones that I was able to kind of not only find but confirm that it's the animal that it's talking about. There's some where it's like speculation because we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, historical animals. Some of those animals might be extinct now, and there's speculation or unsurety about what the animal is today. But the ones I have are the ones that are more, you know what I'm saying, solidified. All right. So let me go ahead and share the screen. And the first thing I do is go through the Hebrew alphabet. Let's see, give me 1 second. Let me share my screen up here. All right, boom. So yeah. All right, so y'all should be able to see the Lashawan Qadash, the Hebrew alphabet. All right, so again, with the Hebrew alphabet, I'm going to start from right to left. And this, you see up here, this is the ancient Hebrew or the Paleo Hebrew. And this one right here is the Assyrian Hebrew or the more modern Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? All these letters correlate. You know what I'm saying? So you see Ka here. This is Ka in the modern Hebrew. You see, you know what I'm saying, Taza. This is Taza in the modern Hebrew. This is Taza in the ancient. So you want to make sure you have written down both Hebrews. One thing that I did when I was you know what I'm saying, just learning the Hebrew, let me get my notebook for it, is at the beginning of my Hebrew notebook. Let me see if y'all can see this with the background, right? In the beginning of my Hebrew notebook, I wrote the ancient Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it all out. The ancient Hebrew. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me take off my background for a second. Oh wow. Yeah, so y'all can see right here, right? I got the Hebrew alphabet, all right, from right to left. Abba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, so on and so forth, all the way to Tha. I wrote that at the beginning of my Hebrew notebook, and then I wrote the modern Hebrew at the end, right? Right to left, Abba, Ga, Da, where we at? Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, so on and so forth. You want to make sure you make those notes so you can always refer to them. You know what I'm saying? You can refer to them quickly. If you need to find a letter, you can just go, okay, boom, right at the, you know what I'm saying? The way I did it was at the end and at the beginning of my notebook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might do it different way. You might just have, you know, at the beginning. I just have the beginning, the ancient on one side, paleo on one side, or so on and so forth, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just realized my screen was small, so y'all might have been able to see what I was putting up on the screen. All right, but this is what I was showing y'all, right? The ancient, you know, I'm saying the ancient Hebrew is at the beginning of my notebook, and I got the Assyrian at the end, so I can always find the letter whenever I need it. You know what I'm saying? Find it real easy. All right, that's gonna help you learn the letters. It's gonna help you, you know what I'm saying, get to the point where you know like the back of your hand. You know what I'm saying? All right, Most High in Christ. Also, shalom. We got Kwame Da in the building. Kwame Da, Bafia Hawada, Bafia Sha'ala, stay in her registry. Most High in Christ. All right. Let me go ahead and put my thing back on. Yeah. I like the fiery lions. Yeah. All right. Most High in Christ. All right. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go through the Hebrew alphabet. So, from right to left, we got Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Right? I suppose when you're saying the letters, it's tempting. I used to do it myself where you'd go like Ba, Ga, Da. But the letters themselves are more of a sharp sound. As if there could be a word that's like za. Za is a word, for example, which means this, right? This or these, which is a za and a ha, right? That's what that word would sound like. But if you're just saying the letter, it would be za, right? Za, as opposed to za. Or the same with ma, right? Ma is the letter. Ma would be the word for how or what. So you want to make sure the same with like pa. Pa is mouth, but pa is the letter. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to make sure when you're saying these letters, try and make it sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the actual letters. Okay. Also, you can see right here how to state your registry. To state your registry, you'll say your name, then you will say ban or bath, meaning son or daughter. You'll say your tribe in the Hebrew, whether it be Yahawada, Banyamyan, Lawyer, Shamaiwan, Manashah, Aparium, whatever your tribe is in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Yashakar, Napatho, Yah, so on and so forth. Whatever your tribe is in the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? That's what you'll say next. Then you'll again say Ban or Bath Yasha'ala, which is Israel. Okay, so I want to see everybody as they come in. Make sure y'all state your registry in the comments. All right, shalom also to the sister Marisa. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Allah Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, no sweat. So, all right, without further ado, we're going to move on to the class. So, for anybody who didn't attend last week's class, we're going over animals, right? The Hebrew names of animals. Okay, so right now we focused on the category of mammals, right? So we're getting most of the mammals down. So the first word we have is the word generally for beasts or cattle, right? That word would be bahama. That's pretty much just relating to most, like beasts as in most like four-legged creatures. Like you could fold, I don't think there's a Hebrew word for something like elephant. You could fold elephant in saying it's a beast, right? So you could fold in that and say bahama, right? That's the word for beasts or cattle. You know what I'm saying? All right, then you have bull. Now there's multiple words for bull and bullock and so on and so forth. One of the most common ones is par, right? Par. Another one is shawal, right? Shawal. That could be another example. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that up on the screen, right? Shawal. Okay, let me get that one added, just so y'all can know how to write that down in Hebrew, right? So I'm gonna add that on in just a second. I shawal. I'm gonna convert that. Okay. Now, as y'all are in the comments, you know what I'm saying, because what I want this to be is an interactive class, what I would like for brothers and sisters to do, if you have like a Hebrew keyboard on your phone or able to obtain one, you know what I'm saying, you can write out certain words. Like, for example, if I was to ask somebody in the comments, type out how you would write the word shawal in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And with the Paleo Hebrew keyboard, for the most part, is going to be the modern Hebrew. Now, you can get some converters which convert it into the what's the word? The Paleo Hebrew, right? The ancient Hebrew. Either one is fine, right? I want y'all to type in the comments how you would write the word shawal, right? And I'm gonna get it up on the screen too. Okay. So that's the word I'm looking for. All right, shawal. Let me see if I get this up on this phone when I share the comment. I want to see if somebody shares it in the ancient Hebrew, if I can get it to format correctly. Because that's the problem sometimes with the Paleo. It doesn't convert to my laptop, but I want to see if it works with the phone. All right, so that's what I'm going to see. All right. So I'm looking for the word Shawar. We got Barakia Allah, put it in, Most High in Christ. All right, Shawar. So this would be Shawar in the modern Hebrew. All right, the water. All right, Most High in Christ. So Shawar. All right, so let me get that up. I'm going to show you, of course, how to write it in the ancient Hebrew. All right, so hold on. Screen loading. Okay, I'm gonna figure out a way to put this side by side with the word par. All right, let me do it this way. All right, so Shawar. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around, right? Just give me 1 second. Shah. And then Wa. All right, so Shawar. Let me get connected in there. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it off to the side real quick before I put it up. All right, that's real quick. Okay, so here's Shawar in the ancient Hebrew. I'm gonna need to move. Let's see if I do this. Select it. Let me just group this right here. Right, move this over. You know what? I think for time's sake, I'm gonna just put it move this one here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it that way, right? So you got par, and then you have Shawar, right? You got Shawar. So let me move this one, and then let me get the Assyrian, as Barakiala put in there. All right, Shawar. All right. Let me get this right here. Okay, Shawar. Right, so that's 2 ways you can say the word bow. Right. Okay. Now you have the next word I have is cow. Right, which will be the female version. Now I'm saying of a bull. You have a bull and then you have a cow, which is the female. I'm trying to click off this. There you go. All right. So the word for cow is just like feminizing bull, right? You have para, right? So instead of just being par, which is bull, you have para, okay? Then you have the word for small cattle in general. Like small cattle, which is usually referring to things like sheep and goats, right? Your smaller cattle, which in the Hebrew is taza'an, all right? Taza'an. Also, y'all let me know if my audio is coming through clear. And if my video is coming through clear. Sometimes it starts to chop up. You'll just let me know. All right. So we got Taza'an, which is the word for small cattle. Okay. Then you have, an example of small cattle. All right. Most High in Christ, the ones to Brachiala. All right. You got an example of small cattle. You got lamb or sheep. All right. The word for lamb or sheep is kabash. Okay. Kabash. And then again, you have like a female version. You have the ewe, which is a female sheep, which in the Hebrew is rakal. All right. Most High in Christ, Brachiala says Tawab. All right. So rakal would be a ewe, which is a female sheep. Okay. Then you have goat, which in the Hebrew is eyes. Right. Eyes in the Hebrew is goat. Like the plural would be eyesium. Right. So eyes is goat. Then you have donkey or an ass, right, which is kamar in the Hebrew. Okay, kamar is a donkey or an ass. There's also the symbol for the tribe of Issachar, right? So you have Shawar, which is the tribe for Manashah, which is the so-called Cubans. Then you have kamar, which is the donkey, which is the symbol for the tribe of Issachar. Okay. Then you have horse, which is the symbol for the tribe of which one is the horse? I'm pretty sure it's Reuben. I mean, Reuben is the horse. Let me confirm. Let me show you right here. Sawas. Search for the Hebrew word, the horse, which is Sawas. See right here, yeah, the tribe of Reuben. Okay, so Sawas is the symbol for the tribe of Reuben. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. Right now, you know what I'm saying, we have donkey, we have horse, right? What you'll also have is a hybrid, right? In today's age, you have a mule, which is a hybrid between a horse and a donkey, right? Which is a mule. A mule in the Hebrew is the way you'd say it is parad, right? Parad. Now I want somebody to type in the comments how you would say the word parad in the Hebrew, right? I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I'm gonna use this as a test to see if I can if it works with the Paleo Hebrew. If I put it up on the screen, whether it shows as that weird kind of, sometimes it can show weird. So I want to see where I'm going with it. All right. Y'all put in the comments how you would write the word parad, which is mule. All right. All right. I don't know what the hell this funky Hamite in my comments is talking about. Yeah, I don't give a damn about none of that. Something about the youth and men and women in Africa. Listen, Africans is not my priority. I'm not going to put the comment on the screen. It's just some funky Hamite wanted me to care about Africans. You know what I'm saying? Africans get enough love. Africans get advertisements on TV, starving African every damn day. I care for my people. You know what I'm saying? All right. But yeah, I want to see brothers. I want to see somebody put in the Hebrew for mule. Right? Type it in the comments. Let me see if anyone has it. All right. All right. If not, for time's sake, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. All right, but I want to see if y'all got it. All right, let's see. All right, for time's sake, I'm gonna type it in, right? I'm gonna also do my test. I'm gonna do it with the Paleo Hebrew Converse. So let me see if this works. All right, give me 1 second. I have to change my Wi-Fi so it don't slow my other stuff down. All right, cool. So let me type this in. The Hebrew word for mule, which is parad. Okay, so let me see what this looks like. I'll show it up on the screen. All right, parad. Okay, so y'all can see. All right, parad. I think it does. Hold on. No, I don't think it shows. Like it shows very well on most screens with the Paleo. All right, so no sweat. I'm gonna type it in the Assyrian. All right, parad. Let's see, do it this way. All right. Parad. Let me see if this one works. This one should work because most things of most devices will be able to format this Hebrew card. All right, so this will be parad in the Assyrian Hebrew. All right, so I just have to show y'all on the screen how to, of course, write it in the Paleo. All right, so let me put this up. So mule in the Hebrew is parad. And move this over right here. All right, parad. So of course you have the pa, ra, and a da. The pa is pronounced individually, and then the ra and da will be connected. All right, so that will make the word parad. Okay. Also, shalom to leave this as a brother. All right, shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. I know sweat. Most High Christ. So we have the word for mule, which is parad. Okay, then we have the word for a roebuck or a gazelle, right? Which in the Hebrew is tazabaya. So that's when we went over last week. Tazabaya. Now the roebuck is the is also the symbol for the tribe of Naphtali. Let's say Naphtali. Yeah, the roebuck. Let me confirm. Let me go back and find Tazabaya. Right? If I search this, will be the Naphtali, right? The deer or the roebuck, right? So the roebuck is like a male deer, right? Tazabaya can also refer to like a gazelle, right? So that's Tazabaya. Okay, the next word we have is antelope, right? Now there are different types of antelopes noted in the Bible. Like I think if you read Deuteronomy, what is it? Where it starts listing out the clean animals and the unclean animals, you'll see a few different words. It says like the wild ox. Some like translation will say, well, that's referring to a type of deer, or a type of antelope, or a type of gazelle, or something like that. So one of the antelopes that I've put is the pygog that's mentioned, or pigog, right? However it's pronounced, I'm not 100% sure, right? And that, according to things like Wikipedia and different searches and so on and so forth, that is relating to let me get the exact name of it, because I looked this up previously, right? Let me get it real quick, right? If I go into, I share the Wikipedia for a second, right? It'll show like antelope. It says there's 4 species, right? There's Dayashwan, which refers to the addax, right? Or the addax, right? So let me get this right here, right? Dayashwan, which is the word we have here, right? Translated as pygog. Okay, it's meant to be a species of antelope with twisted horns, right? So like this right here is the pygog. That's what it's known today. It's known as the addax. All right. So that's a type of antelope. It's almost like a goat antelope type hybrid, right? Or again, like a gazelle, antelope, deer. They're all very kind of similar creatures, right? So the one I've put here is the type of antelope, the pygog, all right, which is Dayashwan in the Hebrew. So I want to see y'all put in the comments Dayashwan, right? How you'd write that word out in either the Assyrian or the Paleo. I'll take either. Well, I think for the sharing of the screen, now I can see it, but I don't think if I share it, some people might not be able to see it if you do it in the Paleo. But of course, I can see it, so I can see if it's correct. Like Kayala right here, put up the Hebrew word for mule, which is parad. She's put it up in both Hebrews, right? Y'all might not be able to see the first one, but it's the ancient. I can see it, and then she's got it in the Assyrian as well, which is correct. All right, parad. I just want to see y'all do the same for what's the word? The same for Dayashwan. All right, which is again translated to be the pygog. All right, this animal right here. Okay, it's a type of antelope. All right, so let's see that. We'll see y'all type it in the comments. I'll put it up on the screen. All right. Let me also all right, and then we have the next word as well as one we went over last week, which is the camel. All right, camel in Hebrew is just gamal, right? It's the root word. It's the symbolic root of the letter ga, which represents a camel's hump. You know what I'm saying? And we also went over swine or pig, which is kazayah. Right? Kazayah in the Hebrew is a swine or a pig, which is, of course, an unclean animal. Same as a camel is unclean, a horse is unclean, a donkey is unclean to eat, so on and so forth. What I was thinking to do is almost categorize them as like clean and unclean. But I don't have to go through each and every one. I might do that once I kind of finalize the sheet, because I want to go through all different categories. Like I'm gonna have the mammals, I'm gonna have birds and flying things, I'm gonna have like reptiles and insects, so on and so forth. I'm gonna start to build up a kind of an index of the animals in the Bible. All right. So I want to see Dayashwan in the Hebrew in the comments. All right, Dayashwan. This here is the one. It's right next to the mouth. All right. So I want to see Dayashwan in the comments. All right. And we got Gamal and Kazaya. And I'm going to carry on, right? So that's where we left off from last week. I just added a few in previously, which of course putting in. All right. So let's see where we at with it. Kazayar. What's this one? Okay. All right, so let me see. Y'all got it? All right, so as it comes in, put it up on the screen. Let me see. All right, the Yashwan. Let me see. All right. Let me put it up on the screen now. All right, the Yashwan in the Hebrew will be written like this. Right? The Yashwan. Okay. So of course, in the Paleo Hebrew, we have Da, Ya, Sha, Wa, and Na. So the Da, the singular, Yash, and Wan will be connected. All right, the Yashwan. That's the word for antelope, or the pygog, or the adex. You know what I'm saying? A type of antelope. All right. So we got brother from Houston checking in. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. All right, no sweat. All right, the Yashwan. All right, so the next word we on, to carry on from last week, we have mouse. All right, mouse in the Hebrew is Ikabar. Okay, Ikabar. All right. So like as well, sometimes when you type in a word in the like if you type in something in the modern Hebrew keyboard, if you type in like Ikabar, what it will probably do as well is pull up the emoji, right? It'll pull up the emoji for a mouse, right? Which is interesting. Like if you type the word Ikabar, you'll see, like for me, 2 emojis pop up. I'll show y'all what I'm seeing right here. Show her my screen for a sec. It's something I just find interesting. All right. Let me see. Take off my background. All right. I don't know if y'all can see this. I might have to make myself bigger. Hold on. Right. When I type in the word Ikabar, right? I don't know if y'all can see, right? Ikabar. Y'all can see on the emoji thing, pops up 2 little emojis of a mouse, right? Y'all can see as you'll type in these animals, and a lot of the emojis will pop up, right? Which is also helpful for learning. So like if you was a brother or sister who takes notes on their phones as well, you could put the word Ikabar, write it down, and then put the emoji next to it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help you remember. Okay, Ikabar is the word for mouse. You know what I'm saying? So parad is the word for mule, kamar is donkey, sawas is horse. When you type those words in, it should as well pop up the emoji for it. Of course, if there is an emoji for it. There won't be an emoji for every single animal. But like par, it should, more time pull up a emoji of a bull. You know what I'm saying? So that can be helpful for brothers and sisters as they learn in the animals. All right. So let me get Ikabar. Again, if y'all are typing in the comments, y'all can put the word in the Assyrian, right? In the modern Hebrew, put the word for mouse, right? So Ikabar. Right. In the meantime, I'm gonna put it up, or I'm gonna get it up in the ancient Hebrew. All right. So Ikabar. I want to see brothers and sisters put that in the comments in the Assyrian Hebrew. Right. So again, so this is learning how to say, if you read a word, right? If you read a word in the Hebrew and the English letters, I want you to be able to convert it into both Hebrews, right? Into the ancient Hebrew and the ancient Hebrew characters and the modern Hebrew characters. The same way we should also be able to do that the opposite way, right? Like if we see, hold on a second. If we see, a word like this right here, right? You can see Ra, Ka, and La, right? This will be the word Rakal. And you can see it converted in the ancient Hebrew. This will be Rakal, right? The way you'd write this out in the way you'd write this out in the let's put a little text box right here. Wrong one. All right, the way you write this out in the Hebrew and the English letters, right, would be, and then you have a Ka and a La joined together. Right, so let me just move this over to the side. All right, Rakal. So you want to be able to understand and work between these three different, I want to say, variations, right? You have the Hebrew and the English letters, which is really just the pronunciation of the word, right? For those who might not be as familiar with the Hebrew characters, right? And then you have, saying the ancient Hebrew characters and the modern Hebrew characters, right? It's especially important to know the modern Hebrew characters, because most things written in Hebrew will be written like this, right? Like if you're looking for the word horse or donkey or whatever it is, it'll be written in this Hebrew. You need to be able to know how to pronounce that and know how to convert it into the ancient Hebrew, right? It comes with time, it comes with practice, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain hints and kind of things you can see of how a word is likely to be pronounced. You might not get it right every time, but once you start getting in the flow of it, you know what I'm saying, you can rock it out. You know what I'm saying? You can be real tawar when reading the Hebrew for the Sabbath service. All right. So let me see in the comments. Has anybody got Ikabar yet? Okay. Let's let me give y'all a few more seconds, see if anyone gets it. All right, but if not, I'm gonna just put it up on the screen. All right. So let me get the Assyrian right here. All right. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen. All right, Ikabar, which is mouse. Okay. All right, so this is how you would say mouse in the Hebrew. Okay, Ikabar. All right. I just look at a little picture of a mouse. All right, so this, type it, I don't know. All right, so if you're unlucky enough to see a mouse in your house or whatever, you see a mouse at the zoo or at the pet store, you know what I'm saying? You can point at it and say, you know what I'm saying, Ikabar, right? Or Mickey Mouse. Your children watching Disney and they see Mickey Mouse and this, that, and the third. Ask them what is mouse in the Hebrew. Mouse in the Hebrew is Ikabar. Okay, Ikabar. All right, you can find that in the you can find that in the Blue Letter Bible. You can find that, you know what I'm saying, wherever you need to. All right, mouse in the Hebrew, Ikabar. All right, let's move on to the next word. Let me share this back. All right, so next we have the word for hair. Right, so hair is like a animal which is very similar to a rabbit. All right, it's almost like I want to say a hare is a. Let me look this up. Right, yeah, it's different from a rabbit, but it's damn near the same thing. It's damn near the same thing. Like if I look up right here, right, I think it's got longer ears. Right? So this is a hare, and this is a rabbit. Right, so a hare is a bit bigger. It's got longer ears. It's a bit skinnier as opposed to being, I guess, as cute and fluffy as a rabbit. You know what I'm saying? But they're very similar, right? So the hair in the Hebrew is a ranabath, right? A ranabath is the hair. Okay, so this right here is a ranabath, and then we get the next word right here, which is coney, right? So coney in the Bible, if you look up a coney is a type of rabbit, right? So that would be the word for the coney rabbit specifically, and kind of you could just use that broadly for rabbits in general, right? So the word for rabbit in Hebrew, or coney rabbit, is shapan, right? So if I look up again, hare versus rabbit, you have a ranabath and you have shapan, right? You can see right here you have a ranabath and shapan for the rabbit. So let me get those two words up on the Hebrew, right? Let me get a ranabath and a shapan. Again, I want to see y'all writing in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Once we get the where's shapan? Did I do? Yeah. All right, so I want to see y'all writing in the comments. A ranabath in the Syrian Hebrew and shapan. All right, let me get it in both Hebrews right here. Okay. Shapan is, of course, going to be easier. It's just 3 letters. A ranabath, you have 5. Right, you've got 5 Hebrew letters in a ranabath. Okay. Let me get this typed up. All right. Just get the connectors. So Aran or Ara. Nah, ba. All right, let me see. We got to Zap one in the building. No sign Christ. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. All right, put this comment up real quick. All right. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we got, again, a ranabath and shapan, which is the hare and the rabbit. Okay. So I put this up right here. Right, let me share the screen again. Right, you have the hare versus the rabbit. Right, so a ranabath is the hare. Shapan is how you'll say rabbit. So let me get these words up. Okay. Ranabath. All right. Okay, a ranabath. And let me just get shapan. Let me do the ranabath first and get it over here. All right, so a ranabath in the Hebrew would be written like this. Right, a ranabath. Make it a little bigger. All right, so that's the Hebrew word for hair, right? Hair. Again, not the hairs on your head. You know what I'm saying? Hair is in the I'm always tempted to say the type of rabbit, but it's not a type of rabbit. It's a different animal, but it's damn near to me the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But you have the you have the hare, which is a runabout, and then you have a rabbit, which is Chopin. So let me get Chopin up on the screen. All right. Put this up right here. All right, Chopin. All right, make this bigger. Okay, a runabout and Chopin. So we have a pretty full list. Now in the Hebrew, like where it goes into the different clean, unclean animals. It'll have what's the word? Like particular species of the animal. But for myself, I'm just looking more for the more broad ranging. And of course, you have animals which are specific, but like the different types of animal. Like I don't know if it goes into various different types of rabbits, various different types of. I guess the example was for antelope. Like there's different types of deers or gazelles. Like it goes into the type of gazelle called the what's another example? The fallow deer, which is just generally a type of deer. I'll say deer in the Hebrew is tazabaya. So that's the more common word for like a roebuck, which is a male deer. Right? We've got Tazap's registry, Tazapu 1, Ban Banyamyan, Banya Sha'ala, Fire Christ. All right. So let's go into the next word. All right, the next word we have is badger. All right, badger in the Hebrew. Okay, the badger in the Hebrew is thakash. Right, thakash. All right, so let me get that. Again, if y'all know the word, you know what I'm saying, y'all type it in the comments. I will see y'all put in the Hebrew word for thakash. All right. Let me see my notebook real quick. All right, so let me get the Hebrew up for thakash. All right, so thakash would be the badger. So let me get a picture of a badger real quick. All right. Hold on, still is here. This is badger, just badger. All right. So of course you got various different types of badgers, the honey badger, the this badger, the that badger. You know what I'm saying, European badger, but the word generally for badger in the Hebrew is thakash. Right. So when you see this animal right here at the zoo, or so on and so forth, this animal is thakash. All right. So let me show y'all the Hebrew. All right, the Hebrew is be written like this. All right, thakash. Okay. All right, now we're getting on to wolf. All right, the Hebrew word for wolf. Okay, which is both for the tribe. That's the most, you know what I'm saying, most brothers in the UK, brothers, all I'm sure know the right, Za'ab. Okay, so again, type that in the comments. And if anyone who does, will of course put it up on the screen. The Hebrew word for wolf. All right. So Za'ab. All right, let me get it up too. All right. Add the connectors. So again, Za'ab. You'll see it. It's going to be a 3-letter word, right? The Za, Ah, and Ba. And the Ah and Ba are connected. All right, so Za'ab. Of course, it's going to be easy to kind of write these words in the Assyrian Hebrew because you don't have to figure out where the connectors go. You know what I'm saying? All right, but the Hebrew will be Za'ab. All right, so let me put it up on the screen. All right, Za'ab. Okay, so again, you see a wolf, you know what I'm saying? You'll know wolf in the Hebrew, or again, the symbol for the tribe of Benjamin is Za'ab. Right, so you'll want to know that word. Okay. All right, so when you see this animal right here, Za'ab, right, or Za'abium. It's a pack of Za'abium right here, right? Or a tribe of Za'abium. You could probably use Shapat, right? Shapat Za'abium, or a family of wolves. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. All right. So you get. Hold on a second. All right, cool. So let me get back to here. And what we got next? All right, next we have the Hebrew word for dog. All right, so of course you have a wolf, and then you have something a little bit more, quite a bit more domesticated, right? Which is a dog. All right, a dog in the Hebrew is kalab. Right, I'm sure plenty of brothers know the Hebrew word for dog from looking up the Hebrew word for female dog. But at that time, you know what I'm saying, your rib is just getting on your last nerve, and you just had to, she's acting like a shameless, you know what I'm saying, acting like a, what's the scripture? Brothers always reference. Like everyone will know the Hebrew for BITCH on the screen. Again, y'all can type in the comments collab. All right. Of course, if you want to say female dog, most of these things, like if you want to say the female version, like if you see a female pig, it's gonna be Kazayara, right? You're gonna add a ha at the end, and it will typically join with the last letter, right? So let me get collab. It's like my system running a little slow for some reason. Can y'all still hear me clearly? I'm still coming through. Is it chopping up any or freezing up at all? Or is it too wild? It's still coming through smooth. So y'all can have a smooth experience. Mosiah Christ. All right, so let me get the word collab. Okay, so we have the wolf, and then we have the dog. Again, there's various breeds of dog and different. Okay, brother saying it's going in and out. Okay, no sweat the water. All right, if there's any issues like that, y'all just let me know because I can try and fix it. You know what I'm saying, while we're going through. Let me see. Switch all my other devices. to a different. All right, let me see. Okay. So I'm hoping that should come through clearer. Took all of my other devices off the Wi-Fi. All right. It should come through clearer. If it's still chopping in and out, just let me know and I'll try to switch to Wi-Fi. All right, the water too. All right, so no sweat. So we got collab. Let me get this up on the screen. All right. So you got this right here. This in the Hebrew. These are kalabium. These are dogs, right? Kalab in the Hebrew. If you have a female dog, it would be kalabah. So you just add a ha at the end, and then the ba and the ha will join together. All right. So you put this up on the screen right here. Kalab. All right, let's move it right here. Okay. All right, so we almost towards the end. All right, next we got the word for fox or jackal. By the way, sorry, I didn't share the screen, right? So we got Za'ab. Hold on. All right. And then we got kalab, right, which is the word for dog. All right. Shalom to we got Kal Kazai in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. I shout out to you, shout out to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Kalim, no sign Christ. All right. So we're going through animals. So after the dog, which is kalab in the Hebrew, we have the fox or jackal. Right? Fox or jackal. Okay. So let's get this word, right? All right, the fox or the jackal. Okay. Right, so again, you have right here, you see this right here, you'll see these animals are quite similar, right? So the word for the fox and the jackal is the same word, right? And the word in the Hebrew, what we had earlier, was sha'il, right? So you can see, like, here's an example, right? You have a fox, a wolf, and a jackal. So, of course, the wolf will be the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Then you have a jackal, and you have a fox is a little bit smaller. All right? But in Hebrew, it's the same word that's used. All right, so let me go back to this screen. All right, so the Hebrew word is going to be sha'il. All right, sha'il. So again, if you don't know how to type the word out, you can type it out in the Hebrew in the comments. I'm going to put it up on the screen shortly. All right, so Shah. Yeah, I think it's free. Yeah. It's freezing up a little bit. All right. So. All right. Slacky, I think I just froze up on y'all for a second. All right, no sweat. We back. Back with it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me clearly again. Slacky. Hold on. Got a few different devices running the same thing, so I'm like checking if it's still coming through. All right. Yeah. All right, that should be toward. All right, no sweat. Keep working on Sha'il. I something else. Still running a little slow. Sound as to took a screenshot while you was the water. I appreciate that, Cal. I appreciate it. Most High Christ. All right, don't sweat. All right. So let's get Sha'al. Yeah, I think it's still freezing up a little bit, but I'm gonna see if it's still causing issues. I'm gonna switch the Wi-Fi to a different one. But damn near all three of them got their own host of little problems. But I'm, you know what I'm saying, try to keep it rolling for y'all. All right, Sha'al. So let me get this up on the screen. Sha'al. So that's gonna be the fox and the jackal. All right. So let me get this. All right, Sha'al. And group it. Yeah, it's definitely frozen. All right, hold on. Okay. All right. I think we might be back. Nah, it's still chopping up. All right, no sweat. It's gonna work it out. See if we can get with this. I think we'll definitely. We're gonna rock it out where we can. All right, so to get the trying to move this along. Okay. Okay. All right, Salakia. I think we right now with it. All right, let me see if I can get this up on the screen if my stuff stops freezing. All right. So Fox and Jackal is Sha'al. And we go to that before more. So, all right, so Sha'al. There you go. Okay, cool. All right, Sha'al, which is again the fox. Hold on. Or the jackal. All right. Next, we have a bear. All right, so we got a bear. Again, so we generally just you know, the different types of bears, but generally the word for bear, from what y'all can see, is the word dab. Right, dab is a bear. All right, so these right here, you know what I'm saying, will be dab in Hebrew. All right. So let me get this up. Okay. Easy to put together. It's just 2 letters. All right. So Dab. All right. Mosiah Christ. Water to yeah, Zion Ben Israel. All right. No sweat Sha'il. All right. Mosiah Christ. So that's the word for fuss or jackal. All right. The word. All right. So let me get the word Dab, which is bear. So I can move. Don't tell me I accidentally banned the brother. Select it. It's like if accident, I think I might have accidentally banned the brother. If I did, Salaki, I did not mean to do so. Let me see if I can undo it. Damn. It's Salaki. I missed. Ban the brother. My apologies. I did not mean to do. You watch live back. I give it a page. I'm streaming on multiple pages. All right, select you for that. I have no sweat. We're gonna carry on. All right, so next word we have is the word for bear. All right, which in the Hebrew is dab. So let me get this up. All right. Hold on. All right, so let me get this up on the screen. All right, so bear is dab. All right, then we got the word for ape, right? So this will be apes, you know, gorillas, chimpanzees, you know, all different types of apes. Let me get this up on the screen. All right, apes. You know what I'm saying? You got chimpanzees, you got orangutans, you got the baboon, and so forth. All right, those will be apes, right? Ape in the Hebrew is kwawap. All right, kwawap. So you get that up on the screen. So I should be sharing this right here. See the chimps, gorillas, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. For chimpanzee, all right, these will all be kwawapian. All right. Few more. Let's see. It's annoying how much my thing keeps freezing, man. I could be working so much quicker. All right. Co-op. So let me get this up. Okay. So it's going to be a qua, a wa, and a pa. All right. Of course, the qua is going to be singular. The wa and the pa are going to join together. All right. Qua. That's the Hebrew word for 8. All right. So we get the connectors on here. Qua and wa. There we go. All right, co-op. Get this up on the Assyrian Hebrew. All right, now again, remember with the Assyrian Hebrew, you're going to use the pa that is at the end of a word, right? There are certain letters in the Assyrian which have different forms if they're at the end of a word, right? So this pa you're going to use the same way with na. So there's some letters earlier on which ended in a na. You're going to use that second form, right? That second form of na. Okay. In this one, you're going to use the second form of pa, right, for co-op. Right. Let's get it with you. Right. Good. All right, co-op. Right here. Okay, so that's the Hebrew word for ape. All right, then you have, of course, infamously Ariyah. Right, everyone will know the word Ariyah. Ariyah in the Hebrew is lion, right? Which is the symbol for the tribe of Judah, right? Ariyah. So let me get, first of all, an image of what Ariyah is. I'm sure y'all, very familiar. All right, hold on. All right. So this right here, this is, what I'm saying, the Ariyah, the lion. All right. So let's get it in the Hebrew. All right, Ariyah. And in the Assyrian. Ariyah. All right. So Ariyah, the lion, will be written like that. All right, and then the last word we have for today, it's like I should be sharing this tab. All right, we've got Ariyah on there. And then the last word we have is the Hebrew word for tiger. right? Tiger or leopard, all right? Which in the Hebrew is going to be namar, right? Namar. All right, so let me look up. Tiger. And leopard is always one of those words where you never spell it right the first time. Like you just never spell it right the first time. All right. So you'll see right here, you know what I'm saying, the leopard and the tiger, referring to a big cat, of course, with very distinct markings, things like the leopard. This will probably include things like the jaguar, the tiger, you know what I'm saying. Those in the Hebrew would be namar. All right, namar. All right. Okay, so let me get that in both Hebrews. All right. Namar, which is going to be the last word. Okay. So that's it's going to be the last word in here. Let me change the screen so you can see it. All right. Hebrew for leopard or tiger is namar. All right. No sign of Christ. All right. So those are the mammals, you know what I'm saying, the Hebrew names of various different mammals in the Bible. So you got beasts and cattle, which is bahama. You got bull, which is par or shawar. You got cow, which will be the female, which is para. You have your small cattle or a flock of small cattle, which is taza'an. You have lamb or sheep, which is kabash. You have a female sheep, which is a ewe, which is rakal. The goat, which is eyes. Ass or donkey, which is kamar. Your horse, which is sawas. Mule, which is parad. Your roebuck or gazelle, which is tabaya. You have an antelope. An example is the pygog or the addex, I think it was called in modern, which is dayashwan. You have swine or pig, which is kazayar. You have mouse, which is ikabar. You have the hare, which is aranabath, and the rabbit or the coney rabbit, which is shapan. You have badger, which is thakash. You have wolf, which is zaab. Dog, which is kalab. Fox or jackal is sha'ail. You have bear, which is dab. You have ape, which is kwawap. You have lion, which is ariyah. And you have the leopard or tiger, which is namar. All right. No sign of Christ. Hold on. Who just came in? All right. No sweat. No student just came in. All right. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
All right. No sign of Christ. How you doing, Torah?
Khan, sir. Khan. 12.
No sign of Christ. All right. So what we're just going over in today's class is the remainder of the animals, the mammals that we have so far. Right. So I think where we left off last week, but I added in what did I add in here? Another word for bull, which is shawar. I added in the mule, which is parad, like an antelope, which is dayashwan, and then of course the words from mouse on down. Right. So if you want to take a screenshot will probably be the best thing, because what we're about to set up and do now is go into the cyber service versus. All right, so we get ready for that. All right, if you have any questions or anything while I'm getting ready for the second half, just let me know. All right.
Con, sir, if you could scroll up just a little bit so I can get a screenshot.
Con, I did more, did I do too much? I might do too much.
That's Tawab, sir. Tawab.
All right. Of course. Are you on the ball? All right. So, let's figure out the second half. So I'm gonna stop sharing. Real quick. All right. No sign crash. I'm glad the brother likes to get back in the class. All right. So like I think I accidentally banned you from the stream. All right. So like you. I know. So someone said last one. All right. Last one. Y'all need to put the last one back up on the screen. All right. Hold on again. If it would stop freezing, that would be too hard. All right. No sweat. So I put it back up on the screen. I think I don't know if my videos. All right, we should be back. I no sweat. So the last one was the leopard or the tiger, which in the Hebrew is Namar. You know what I'm saying? Ayandabar. All right, no sweat. Also, shalom to the brother Junior Jack. We also got Officer Zakaria in the building. You know what I'm saying? Zakaria Bangad. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Bashim Shabrakatah. All right, shout out Austin. All right, no sweat. So we're gonna get set up for the second half of the class. What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna play a track, and when we get back, we're gonna be set up for the second half. All right, so let's go.
Kill the beat. I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks and native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
All right, Most High in Christ, we back. Let's get into it. All right, no sweat. Let's share my screen. All right, let's get this back up. All right, no sweat. So the Sabbath service verses, I'm reading from the book of Leviticus, chapter 4, and verse 28 onward. All right, so let me also connect this phone so I can still see the comments without sharing the whole thing. All right, so we have the first word, awa, right? Awa. So let's get into it. Let me take this now. All right, so the word awa is a conjunction. It means like also, and, either, or if. Right, so this would be primarily translated as like or if, right? So let's get it to the strikeout. Oh, why is this? I'm trying to remove this thing. Is it all of them? I must accidentally hit this. All right, Control Shift and X. There you go. All right, so the word here is awe, right? Awe. Okay, or and a wa connected. Okay, and its definition is going to be or if, right? Or whether, or either, right? See these definitions right here. It's going to be if, nor, or, is he more, what's the word? Common translation, and you also have weather, right? So let's get that. Then we have Hawadai, right? Hawadai. Why is this coming through? So let me try to turn it down. All right, you have Hawadai. The root here, you're gonna have ha as a preposition, which means the. All right, then you have the root here would be yadai, which means to know, right? So yadai, to know, to perceive, to understand, right? It means to know something, okay? So hawadai, then you have al yawa, right? So al in this case would be like unto, right? Unto, and then this will be his, right? So al, see, when joined with a word, means unto. And then you have hata athwa, right? It's like a kata athwa, right? Comes from the root kata, right? Kata, or hold on, kata'a, right? So kata'a, right? Which would be a punishment or an offense. Okay, let's see how it's translated over here. If it gives the, oh, what is that? Yeah, so it could be sin. You put sin, punishment, or offense. Why is this? Did I spell this wrong? All right, offense. Let me check it here. Yeah, let's see, select it. All right. Cool. So kata'a, all right, which is a sin or sin offering. Okay. Then you have ashar, right? Also, this y at the end will just be his, right? Y at the end of a word could be he, his, or it. All right. All right, he, his, or it. Okay. Then we have ashar. Ashar is a word which means which. Then we have kata'a, which is again, this one is without the ha at the end, but it's pretty much going to be the same word, right? Kata'a means to sin or to go wrong, right? So this is more the verb, right? Whereas the other one was the noun, right? Like his sin. So kata'a means to sin. Okay. Then you have waha baya'a. All right. So you have the preposition wa. Let me get this copied here. The preposition wa, which means and. We have ha, which means the. We have ha as a preposition. Selecting. To be. And then it said what? Waha baya'a, which would be and the bringing in, right? So baya'a comes from the root bawa'a, right? I think, matter of fact, I think this word will just be ba'a. Looking at that wa, yeah, the word here would just be ba'a, right? Ba'a, which means to come in, to enter, all right, or to bring in, all right. Just put enter and to come in means the same thing. To come in or bring, okay, or go, all right. And then what is he bringing, right? Kwarabanwa, right? Kwarabanwa. So kwaraban will be an offering. All right, so kwaraban. All right, hold on. Kwaraban, which means offering or sacrifice or gift. All right, so offering or gift. right? It's something that's brought forth. Okay. Then you have Sha'ayarath. Sha'ayarath. Okay. Comes from the root Sha'ayara. Sha'ayara, which means hairy or shaggy, like a goat. All right, like a female goat. All right, so it's like what he's saying is his offering is a kid, a goat, right? So it's gonna be really, why it's giving me hairy or shaggy, but it's gonna be a goat, right, or a kid. It says right here a she goat. Okay, female goat. All right, that's my point. She goats or a kid. Okay. Then you have Isium, right? So Isium would be the word for goat, right? We learned the word eyes earlier. Okay, it's the word for goat. So Isium is the plural. Okay. Then you have Thamyama. All right, Thamyama or Thamyam would be the root here. Means complete or perfect without blemish. All right. So perfect or whole without blemish, meaning this goat ain't, ain't missing a leg. It ain't, diseased or nothing. It's tawab. Like it's a perfect, it's without any blemish. All right, then you have Nakwaba. All right, Nakwaba means female. All right. It comes from the root Nakwab, meaning to pierce or to bore. Well, that's fascinating. All right, female from the sexual form. All right, no sweat. All right, so we got Nakwaba. I mean, hey, I guess that's, all right, we're all adults here. I hope it's like, all right. Nakwaba means a female. All right. Okay, so again, this is a female goat. All right. So isle, this word, hold on. Yeah, isle is a word which means upon or over, right? So this will be the preposition version, and this will go before whatever it is we're talking about. All right, so it means upon, or over, or above, right? Then you have hata athwa, right? So upon, so it will be a female goat upon his sins, right? So for his sins, he'll sacrifice or offer a female goat, right, without blemish. Okay, so we already have kata'a, salakia. We already have ashar, kata'a. We already have that. All right, so no sweat. Next verse, we have wasamak. All right, wasamak. So let's get this word samak. We already have y as a preposition meaning and. Samak means to lean or rest, or to rest something against something, right? To lean or rest or to lie down. So I'm gonna put, let me see. To brace, hold, lay, support. Okay. To lean, lay, or rest. That's what I'm gonna put. All right, so you can lay against something. You know what I'm saying? All right, then this ath. So ath is a word with no translation. All right, there's no meaning to this word, but it's a grammatical tool. All right, what it does is it tells you what the verb applies to. All right, so ath, yadwa. All right, so yad means hand. The y at the end is his hand. All right, so and you will lay on your hand, or upon his hand, or no, it's like you're laying his hand, and then it says I'll Ra'ash, right? So he's laying his hand upon, Ra'ash means head, right? So upon the head, right? Ra'ash means head or chief, all right? Then you have Ha Kata'ath, right? So upon the head of the offering, you lay your head upon the head of the she-goat, you know what I'm saying? And then Wa Shakat, all right? So let's get into this word. All right, Shakat means to destroy or to ruin. All right, Shakat means to slaughter, right? That'll be a pretty I'm gonna say thorough, but pretty simple meaning to that word, right? To slaughter it. All right. So what does he slaughter? Again, this ath. So what's being slaughtered is the sin offering, right? Then you have Bama Kwam or Bamakwam. All right, Makwam. What was this here? Country home. All right, Ma. It comes from Kwam, which means to what? Rise. So really this word would be Makwam. All right. So Makwam is a word which means country. Hold on. Means a place. Yeah. It kind of generally means a place, right? A place, a standing place. Could be a country, a room, a space, so on and so forth. All right. Standing can be a spot, right? So it's probably what it's saying is slaughter it where it stands, or slaughter it, hold on, in the place. So also missed the preposition, right? Ba. Why is this italicized? I ba as a preposition means in, on. Why is this italicized? What's going on? All right, still like you. In, on, or with. You have ma. No, sorry, makwam is the word. All right, so in the place. Then you have ha ila. Right, so ha means the. Ila can be up, ascend, or to send up as a burnt offering. Right, so you see here, ascent will come from the root ila, which means to go up, to ascend, so on and so forth. Ila can also mean to burn a sacrifice, meaning to send something up to the Lord, right? So Ila could be burnt offering, be like sent up to the Lord type situation, right? They say burnt offering, the smoke goes up, so on and so forth. I'm trying to find the where it's burnt offering. Let's leave it at that. All right. All right, so burnt offering, and then it goes into the next verse. Let me see what time we're on. 8:56. I know, so we'll go a few more minutes. Putting try to get this next verse if we can. All right, so you got wa, la, quack. All right, so wa means and, la as a preposition means two or four. We have the word quack, which means take. All right, so this word is typically written as quack or la quack, which means to take. Right, so if you're just saying take, it would be quack. If you're saying to take, it could be la quack. Right, because you see it plenty of times written in kind of both forms. Right, then you have hakahan. So ha means the, kahan is priest. So take the priest, and the priest shall take. Then you have ma, dama. All right, so this ma would be of. So your ma is a preposition. meaning of or from. Then you have Dam, which is blood. Like as in Dam Gabar. We have an officer Dam Gabar, his name means blood warrior. All right, blood is Dam. Okay. Then you have Ba Atazabai. All right, so Atazabai is finger or fingers and toes as well. I remember that from the anatomy class, right? So Taza, it's like Atazabai is finger. Sorry, let me have this ha here. All right, Atazabai means fingers or toes. All right, so Ba Tazabaiwa. So again, Ba can mean in, on, or with. So in this context, it's going to be with, or to take on your finger. It's, you know what I'm saying, again, his finger. So this Wa at the end is his. Wa Nathan. So and then Nathan means to give, or in some context, to put. Right? You're giving this someplace, right? You're putting it somewhere. Isle means upon. You have Quaranath. Let's get into this word. Quaran. All right, Quaran means horn or horns. Right. It could also refer to a hill, but primarily it's going to be horns, right? Like the horn of an animal. Okay. So we'll put a horn, really horn. All right, then you have Mazabak. All right, Mazabak is the altar. Then you have of Ha'ila, which is of the burnt offering. Wa'ath, so and. You have cow, which is all or every. Dama, again, comes from dam, the blood. Yashapak. All right, let's get to this word. All right, shapak means to pour. All right, to pour or spill. It's like there, Mr. O. All right, and then ya as a preposition means he. All right, al would be unto, because joined with this word, yasawad. All right, yasawad. I think this word to be me would be yasad, right? Yasad, which means foundation. All right, shout out to Officer Yasad in Louisiana. All right, if I can get to this word, all right, yasad, which means foundation, right? Or support or base. Okay. Let's see what else. All right, the last word, ha mazabak, right? So of the altar. So the foundation of the altar, the base of the altar. All right, with that, that's going to be the last word. All right, so that's the class. All right, no sweat. I'm gonna leave this up for a second. If anyone wants to take a screenshot or anything, you can do so. All right. But with that, I'm gonna there we go. All right. With that, that's the class. I don't think there's any other comments to get to. I know sweat, we good. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. All right, with that, I'm gonna close out with the salutes. All right, so I'm gonna just do it. So, ye men of Israel, I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam. Barak. And young man, if you want to salute. If he's still there. No sweat. I'm going to salute the brothers. All right. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. All right. Yad Yam Mitzah. Hands down. The face of sisters. You men of Israel. I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yad Yam Mitzah. The class dismissed. Messiah in Christ. The water for y'all for tuning in. All right. Next week, probably gonna go into the next category of animal. All right. So we're gonna do birds and different flying creatures. You know what I'm saying? All right. The water again for y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week. All right. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're